Okay, I'm back. I really don't know how much time it was in between the last one and this one, but look, I'm just one person. I'm only one human being. You have to cut me some slack. It's hard out here in these streets. But anyway, I am back now to tell the rest of the story about my wonderful trip in Mexico. So enjoy that. So on the fifth day of our trip, we went somewhere where we were going to be like zip lining and there were like ATV rides and we were going to go in a cave and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. We got up and we went into this bus. And so we get off the bus and we went into like this locker room, gift shop type area. And we got 3 locks for the lockers so that we could put our stuff away. And then we went to get our equipment for zip lining. The way the zip lines worked is you would go up a whole bunch of stairs because it was like a tower. So it's like you would go up a whole bunch of stairs, zip line off the tower, and then it would like take you to the bottom of another tower so that you had to go up all the stairs to get to the top of that one. I'm gonna try to like draw it so you understand, but it was a lot of stairs, too much stairs, too many stairs for my personal liking, and I don't appreciate that mess. It was a lot of stairs. I didn't like that. My ankles hurt. They were hurting. They were crying, but I guess I was burning calories. We gotta get that cardio in. On the zip line, you could go upside down. There was one where you could like have your arms out like Superman. There was one where you could get in a hammock. It was fun, just hard on the legs because of all that walking up the stairs. No, the zip lining was really fun though. Like I really enjoyed it. The zip lining was really cool because it was like because we had to go up all the stairs, we really were very high up. And I thought that was cool because I could see all the trees and all the sky and the birds and the water something. It was cool because it was a nice view as you're ziplining. And I enjoyed it. I did. So that was cool. After that, we went and got on these things called ATVs, which I had never heard of like up until this point. We put on hairnets to wear the helmets. I'm not sure if that's to protect the helmet or to protect my hair. I probably sound stupid, but I really don't know. So I was on this ATV with my mom. Everyone had to partner up in my family for who was going to be on the ATV. I was with my mom. My sister was with my aunt. My brother was with my dad. A lot going on. You know the vibes. I was with my mom. Whenever there was a mud puddle, she would like speed up to splash through it. My mom did not know how to behave on these ATVs, but I liked that because I like the rush. I like the adventure. So I was perfectly fine with that. It was fun. It was actually really fun. I can't decide whether I liked it more than the zip linings because it was really close. Like I really liked the ATV more than I thought I was going to because like when we were first going to get on them, I was just like, okay, we're going to get on these big old motorcycle car things and just ride through the jungle. Like that's what it was giving, but it was actually really fun. It was very muddy, so I got a lot of mud on my legs and my clothes, but I didn't really care because it was so fun. I really felt like I was in a music video. Like if there was a camera following me, all I had to do was rap and I was just gonna be in a music video. It was really fun. Yeah, that was really fun. ATV might have been my favorite part. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it better than ziplining, but it might have been my favorite part. After that, we put on our bathing suits because we had brought them along, and then we got into another van so that the van could drive us to this cave. And so when we get to the cave, we put on these life vests, life jacket, you know the vibes, and these masks to protect our eyes from the water. And the water was freezing cold. Like I'm telling you, it was like an ice bath. I've never actually taken an ice bath, but this is definitely the closest thing I've ever gotten to that. Like, oh my gosh. It was actually so cold that it shocked me when I went in. Like, it was beautiful. Like, the reason they gave us the masks is so we could, like, look under the water. The water was blue. Like, it was actually blue, and I thought that was so cool. And we could see under the cave. We could see all the fish, and we could could see all the like cave rocks, the stalagmites, and the opposite of a stalagmite. I don't know what that's called. It was beautiful. It was actually so cool. And there were these bats everywhere. You know, technically we really wasn't supposed to make too much noise because it was daytime, therefore the bats were asleep. But it was like you could still see some of them. Bats are like actually cute. My dad says they're not. He said to my sister once, he was like, why can you think a bat is cute if it's just a rat with wings? We couldn't stay there too long because it was like only one group could be in the water at a time because it really wasn't that big of a cave. We had to come on back, but that was really, really fun. And I enjoyed that a lot despite the freezing cold water. After that, they had a place where we could eat food after. So we went to get the food. I was disappointed. I wanted there to be like guacamole somewhere, but I digress. I ate it anyway. They had sorrel and they labeled it as Jamaica water. That is the most hilarious thing I have ever heard in my life. When I saw it, I actually started laughing. People really be calling it that? When I saw that they had sorrel, I got very excited and I like sorrel. Sorrel is delicious. But then I remembered sorrel is only delicious depends on who makes it because this sorrel had like no sugar in it. It was not, I was very disappointed. After that, we went back to the gift shop and I got some Skittles and some Chips Ahoy, which were really dry. I don't know what I expected. Every single time I buy some Chips Ahoy, I expect it to taste like a homemade cookie baked fresh out the oven. It's not like that. I don't know why I expected for it to be like that. Chips Ahoy are dry and crunchy. They're not like soft and chewy, so I need to stop playing myself like that because it's just never like that. So when we came back to the room, you know, it was night. Tell me why I ordered pizza for room service for myself because it was little. And I asked for a Hawaiian pizza and they gave me ham on my pizza. Okay, that's my fault. Okay, Hawaiian pizza is pineapples and ham. So I messed up for not clarifying. But then when I ordered another pizza and said I only wanted pineapples, they said it wouldn't be there for another hour and a half. So I'm like, okay, fine. An hour later, the dude comes back with another pizza. I take the little cover off of it, and this one has ham on it too. Like what? I waited an hour and a half just for you to give me another pizza with ham on it when I specifically asked this time to not get one with ham on it. What are you talking about? That messed up my mood. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then they was acting like they didn't want to take the one I didn't want back either. And I'm like, I'm not gonna eat it. Like, can someone take it back? Like, and then I got my pizza after like another hour or so that finally didn't have any ham on it. It wasn't even that good. All that I did and the pizza really wasn't even that good. Like, actually, okay, so this is the last day of our trip. I really didn't do anything the whole day. I had breakfast and I watched YouTube until I decided to go to the pool with everybody. I ordered coconut shrimp at the bar, but it was terrible. My dad and my siblings was all with me when we were at the little pool bar. My cousin had been like wandering, or not wandering, but she had gone somewhere that was like really far from everyone else. So my dad went to go get her. The waiter came back to our table, and when he didn't see my dad there, he was like, "Daddy left?" And I was like, what? Like, there's so many other ways you could have said that. You could have been like, oh, did your father leave? But no, Daddy left. That is something special. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. He's like, I don't know. But okay. So at night, my whole family, we went to this restaurant that was part of the resort, but not part of the resort at the same time. Like, we couldn't get the food for free at this restaurant, but it was still within the resort. It was very bougie, very, very bougie. We all had to dress up, very high class maintenance. We went in and we got some breadstick cracker crumbly crunch type things and saltless butter. That was the appetizer. I was very confused. The saltless butter was to put on our crunchy bread rolls. Every time I have ever had butter in my life, it has been salted. So when I tasted this butter and tasted not one lick of salt in there, I was very shocked and very confused. Did eat the bread because the bread was pretty good. We did get lemon sorbet and that was delicious actually. That was really good. And then we got the appetizers. Quite honestly, I don't know what the little crunchy bread and the bread rolls and the saltless butter nasty. I guess that was the appetizer before the appetizer. And I got this stuff that had like an avocado in it because I just like avocados. I think it had like avocado and fish or shrimp. And I was like, okay, I like those things, so why not eat a combo of it? I've never had that before. Let's see what happens. Y'all ever seen the movie Ratatouille? The food we were served at this place looked like food from that movie. like them little French restaurants where they don't be giving you no portions of nothing. Like that's what this looked like. I actually have pictures of this food so I can show y'all. It looked crazy. Why does my food look like this? It's one of those places where they'll put random food on the side of your plate to make the plate look pretty. It was one of those. I've never been to a place like that before, so I was like, okay. But that was weird. The food was so small. It was so small. You might say that's because it was an appetizer, but it's like the main course was that way as well. So one thing you will know about me is that I'm lactose intolerant. And my mom, she didn't want us getting like ice cream or anything with dairy because we were going to be traveling back the next day, and that just seemed like a catastrophe. So why would we do that? There was ice cream all through the dessert menu. Like I was trying to find something in the dessert menu that didn't have ice cream with it. I was like, well, dang, everything includes ice cream. When the waiter, when he showed up, he said there was also coconut ice cream. And I said, does that mean non-dairy? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, so tell me why later he says that it still has leche. Leche's milk in Spanish, if any of y'all didn't know. So I'm like, what do you mean when you just told me a minute it didn't have dairy? Like, did you forget that milk is dairy? Like, how are you going to tell me the coconut ice cream doesn't have dairy and then later come back and say it has milk? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I wanted to smack him, couldn't do that, but I really wanted to smack this man. Also, he wrote really slow. Like, when it came to getting our orders, whenever we would order, he would have his little pad and pen, but he was writing really, really slow, like really slow writing down our orders. And I was like, can you write any slower? Like, I really don't think you can. I've seen waiters at other restaurants and they will write down my order while getting my sister's order. Okay, that's how you have to be. What is up with you? Eventually, I did get some dessert. It was pretty much just the same lemon sorbet stuff I had earlier, but I was happy. I was content, because it was good. I feel like the only reason that I was satisfied when I left is because I had the appetizer, my meal, and then dessert. But the food was still good. Like, it was weird, but it was still good. So it's like, I can't be too mad. On the 7th day that we were in Mexico, we woke up at 6 a.m., which I hated, but it had to be done. Now, my mother ordered breakfast like as soon as we got up. It was either as soon as we got up or she had asked us what we wanted the night before so that she could order it before we woke up. Because the people who run the room service thing, they always take 500 years to bring you your food. She wanted us to eat before we actually had to leave the resort and still catch our flight. So we got to the airport. We have to go through TSA. Y'all already know how I feel about TSA, and I did not feel any better about it. Tell me why they withheld my backpack because of one bottle of water. One bottle of water. Quite honestly, I forgot I even had the water in there. I think that was what made me so mad. The fact that I didn't even remember having this water in my backpack. That's why I hate airports. We got on a plane and we flew, 3-hour flight. This flight landed in Chicago. When we landed in Chicago and my family was getting our bags from the baggage claim, I went to the bathroom and the line was really long. First of all, I was like, well, dang. Went in there and I saw this woman come out of the stall and before washing her hands, run her fingers through her hair. I really hope she doesn't touch people. That is nasty. That is disgusting. So while we were waiting for our other flight, I got Garrett's that popcorn, and then I got to have a deep dish pizza for the first time. Never had that before. And it was really good, but it was really small. Like, they gave us a really small little pizza. So I was kind of sad because I was like, why'd y'all give me this little thing? But it was still good, it was still good. And then we got on the other plane and we went home. So that was the end. That was everything. All in all, I really did enjoy my trip, okay? The trip, I don't go out of the country a lot. Like, I do travel a lot, but mostly when I travel, I'm going out of state. I have been all through the East Coast of the United States. I've been everywhere. I have only been out of the country 3 times. This was the 3rd time. The first 2 times I had gone to Canada and I had gone to Costa Rica. I feel like it's very important to travel and to see how people around the world, they behave, and just to see new sights that's not always where you live. I really appreciated being able to get anything in the resort I wanted for free because that was That was amazing. I just appreciated the resort because it was beautiful. It looked really nice and everything. I appreciated all that food I got to eat. Shrimp tacos are really good when they're authentically Mexican. I liked everything we did, to be honest. I liked everything we did, and it was really fun. And not even like coming back and getting to eat that deep dish pizza in Chicago. That was an amazing week, and I'm very glad I went on the trip. I'm glad I could share it with y'all. I'm glad because that video blew up. Like the first one I put out, that blew up. I did not expect it to do like that. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you for watching my video and commenting and liking it. I've said the word appreciate too much, but it's the truth. Hit them like and subscribe buttons like they stole something. And yeah, I'll see y'all next video. I don't know what the next video is gonna be about. I'm probably gonna play some game or something. Who knows? Have a lovely life. Have a lovely day and have a lovely life.